Okay, so here's part 2. If you didn't tune into the first part of this tutorial, it's in my videos. Go to part 1 first. But anyways, I took out this little flexible piece that I had put in because those really need to go in last, because I really don't want to tape them up. I want to keep the gold, or I mean silver thing. So, and they're really they're really fragile, so I'm going to do those last. But basically, you just want to we have the basic shape with our picks, and now you want to fill it in with your flowers and get it to the look you want it. And here's a little tip if you don't really know how to position these, and let me write this down. Let me show you on a drawing really quick. Let me get a pen that's going to work. Basically how I do it would be, you want it to kind of be in a triangle. This is just my version. And kind of, you want height up here. Basically look at a triangle view and know that you want some tall height up here, and then make it kind of like a tree and stagger it down and filling in that triangle. And then within this triangle, you know, you want to add in between until it looks good with your flowers and stuff. So that's just kind of how I eyeball it like that. And what you can also do is, like with these little flowers, to make it easier to position them inside. Like this one, I think I'm going to add these 2 leaves to. So I'm going to put this on like that, and then I'm going to tape it so they're together. So then that's only one piece that I need to add in there. Dogs are going to bark. I don't know, the wind's blowing outside today, so every time they hear a weird noise, they're barking. Or I should say my little one. The older one doesn't bark at anything. She could care less as long as she's fed. Alright, so see, I taped that, and now I'm going to attach it like right up in here. And I know I'm going to want that there, so I'm going to start with another piece of tape, and then I'll add into that. So I'll wrap my tape. I hope I'm on frame. This is not easy to do on camera. And I want to be sure I don't cover up those beads up there, because you want to be able to move them around later. Alright, so I just attach it there, and it's attached. So now I'm going to leave this piece hanging, because I'll just add to that and keep wrapping. So I think that looks good, and then I think I want another gray one like in front of it. The tape's already on that one, so I'm just going to place it. I think that looks good right there. So my flappy's still open from my tape, so I think I'll place that there, and it's a little bit lower than my yellow one. And then I'll just wrap that piece of tape around there. You might have to move it over to where you want it. Okay, so that one's taped in there. Just twist. And then let me see, I'm going to need another yellow here. And I did shimmer these, like I said, they were plain yellow, but this one's not shimmered yet, but I can always add to it later. So I think that's going to look good. Coming out over here. So I'll just go with my tape. I got that into place, and you'll tape over all this again at the end. So that's kind of coming out there. Can you see? And let me see. And I think I'm going to start with some bigger flowers coming in the middle. So I have this bigger flower, and I'll put that there. I didn't tape it yet. And then I think I'll add another gray one on top of that. Yeah, I think that looks nice. So what I'm going to do with these two is I want to tape it together so it kind of lays right underneath it. And I'll grab a piece of tape. Here's a piece laying here. And attach them together. I think that looks good, and then you can bend them. And then I'm going to lay it right on top of there, and I still have my tail, so then I'll go around and attach it. Oops, it broke. That's no problem. Just get another piece of tape. Sometimes you pull really tight and it comes off. And you want to go down. Don't keep wrapping in the same spot. Like, angle it down. Okay, so there we have that. Where am I going here? If you can kind of see. And do I have any more gray flowers? Did I cut any more? I don't think so. Oh well, I'm gonna I want to start adding in my little fragile pieces of bling here, because I have bigger flowers left, but I'm gonna put those, like, decorating those down. So I think that looks big enough. I don't want it too gaudy. I mean, you can get as big as you want depending on what you're using it for. I think these would actually even look pretty as, like, corsages for a wedding or something, a mother's corsage or something. Different, huh? Cheaper. Alright, so now I just want to put these little picks of prettiness random in here, and what I'll do is I left the wires very long, so what I think I'll do is just position them where I want them coming out of my spray, but hold it onto there. See, and then I'll wrap the tape last. And you can, don't matter which way they're turning, because you can bend them after you tape them. So I think that looks pretty there. And I'll give it a quick little wrap so it doesn't move before I tape it. That one's going to do better there, probably. It'll go back into shape, and I think I want one up here on the top. So I'll hold. The wire's getting tangled. Plus my hands are sticky from the. So I think one's gonna look good, like poking out right there. So I'll hold. I want to make sure it's gonna be tall enough. Let me wrap it around once or twice. I'll bring it in over there, but I still want one up here. I gotta get it longer. And of course I only cut 3, so maybe not. Because I think I'm gonna want one hanging out over here. Alright, and then I'm just wrapping the wire around, and I'll tape over it in a minute. Just to get those where I wanted them. Alright, see? And I still have my little embellishment up here. And like I said, we can move these around once we get it all taped in there. Oh, here's my other little flower. I think I will add, I need a yellow flower right there, I think. So, maybe not. I'm going to go with, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with this bigger one. Here. Here. Alright, I'm going to lay that down. Because now I'm just going to position my big area right there. So I'm going to put these two together. I want this one to be kind of in, sticking up there. I'll twist them together. I haven't taped them yet. That looks good, and I like to do things in 3s. That looks good, and I think I need one more gray one in here. In fact, I know I do. So of course this is I thought I had cut more. Oh well. Let me just pull one out of here. That might be impossible. So, boy, they really know how to package these suckers in here, don't they? Let me try to... And you can save these little twigs from this too, because you can paint them brown, white, and roll them to come out of your flowers, which is very pretty too. Alright, I'm going to cut this because I don't need it that long. I just need enough to attach it on there. Alright, so I didn't want that there. I have the 3 here, and I think I'll add another little gray one here. But I need some leaves. So hold on, let me get some leaves going. Okay, these are just some leaves that I've bought from the craft store in the floral section. They're icky colored, but as you see when I spray them with the, they're the same thing. When I ink them with Vintage Photo or whatever you choose, and then I spray it with that Ranger Shimmer. So I'll kind of show you that really quick, and I won't use my box just so I can give you an idea. I'll put down some paper towel and color those up really quick. And I'm using some good old Vintage Photo, and just gonna rub it on top for the brown effect, and do it again here. And these are really cheap flowers, so. And then I'll take my spray, which is that, give them a quick, and it does smear your ink because it's wet, but we need to dry this. Okay, so I spritzed them up and inked them up, and now they're pretty. I'm twisting them together, one higher than the other. That's good for now. Spread them apart, and I wanted to add that to, we might as well add the little gray flower in there, and I'll tie him on there by twisting the ribbon. And now I'm going to need floral tape to attach this. So I think that looks good. I get a piece of floral tape. Something went flying. And do this. Like I said, this is really fun if you just want to sit when you're not doing anything. Make all your pieces and then put them away, and you know, then decide, come back and put them all together another day. Or it is time consuming, but they're beautiful and they're fun. Alright, so I got that wrapped. Here goes the dog. The wind's blowing again. It got really warm here. It was cold, snow. Now it's really stinking warm. Alright, now how did I want to put that? There. I think that looks good. So I'm going to twist those together. Can you see what I did? I'm twisting that together, all of the pieces, and then I'll go on with more floral tape and cut a piece of this. And wrap this whole pick with the floral tape. Alright, then I'm going to leave a tail of it because now I'm going to attach it to my project here. And I think that looks good. I still have a gray little flower poking through. I can adjust my leaves. So let's just get this taped on. If you can see. I'll just get that semi-taped on there. And like I said, we're going to go over this again with a fresh strand of floral tape. Alright. Move it how you want it. I need another one of those just for my own. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. We'll bring him forward. Him, her. Okay, then do position it to how you want it, which I think that looks good. And now to finish it off, we'll get our last piece of floral tape, cut a big one. And you want to get as close up inside as you can to start it. I'm going to go up a little bit with it at first to cover up some of that wire back there, and then I'll come back down.